Good day, this is Leadership TV News. I am Cynthia Onado. The lifeless body of a female student in the University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, identified as Daisy, has been found in her apartment at Alu community in the Ikwere local government area of River State. The deceased, who was a 200 level accounting student, was living in an off-campus apartment located behind the university's main campus. The university's discovery came about 2 weeks after the body of a 300 level student of biochemistry, Justina Otwene, allegedly killed by her boyfriend Damian, was found in her lover's residence along NTA Road, Ozoba community in Obio local government area of the state. Speaking on the latest incident, the Dean of Student Affairs, Uniport, Professor Chima Wokocha, said the lifeless body of the deceased was found in her residence and brought to a health facility in the school by some of her neighbors. Wokocha said her body was brought to the Chief Lulu Briggs Health Center by people who live around her in her lodge. She didn't die in the university hostel. She died in her off-campus residence in Alu, and the scene of the crime was visited by the management of the university, including my humble self. He stated that the school management and the police visited the scene of the incident and later notified the parents of the late undergraduate. Taking now to Kano State, where the Kano Hisbah, under the leadership of Sheikh Aminu Darawu, has announced plans to facilitate marriages for TikTokers in Kano, along with providing support for their business endeavors. This initiative was unveiled during a meeting convened by the Hisbah to offer guidance to TikTokers on improving their moral values. At the onset, Murja Ibrahim Kunya, a TikToker known for her controversial content that frequently stirs debate in Kano State, and other popular TikTokers were invited to the Kano State Hisbah Command headquarters for potential rehabilitation on Monday, November 6, 2023 at 4 p.m. The invitation issued by the Deputy Commander General of Hisbah, Dr. Mujahid Aminuddin, encouraged the attendees to bring their educational and business certificates, ensuring their identities remained protected by covering their faces. The primary purpose of this gathering is to offer support to those interested in receiving assistance from the state's governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf. Speaking while unveiling the scheme, the Commander General of Hisbah Board, Sheikh Aminu Darawu, said, "We are willing to give you all the necessary support to live a sustainable life. Those of you that have finances, fiancés, or are interested in marriage, we promise to organize a grand wedding and take responsibility for all the expenses." He also advised the popular TikToker, Murja Kunya, and others in attendance on how to improve their morals. Moving on now to the US, a former US President Donald Trump clashed repeatedly with a judge on a Monday as he took the stand in the New York civil fraud case, threatening to cripple his real estate business. According to Vanguard, 1 year out from an election, he hopes to return to the White House. Trump became the first former U.S. president to testify as a defendant in a court case in more than a century. During his testimony, the 77-year-old Trump accused Judge Arthur Engoron of issuing fraudulent rulings and denounced New York State Attorney General Letitia James, who brought the case against him, as a political hack. "He called me a fraud and he did not know anything about me," Trump said of the judge who was sitting right next to him, before calling the trial a political witch hunt. "This is not a political rally," the judge admonished Trump, the forerunner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. "Please just answer the questions, no speeches." At one point, a visibly angry Engoron told Trump's lawyer, Christopher Chris, to control your client. Dressed in a dark blue suit and tie with an American flag on his lapel, Trump denounced what he called a very unfair and crazy trial brought by Democrats coming after me from 15 different sides. Trump, his eldest sons, Don Jr. and Eric, and other Trump Organization executives, are accused of exaggerating the value of their real estate assets by billions of dollars to obtain more favorable bank loans and insurance terms. And now to the Niger Delta. 20 ex-agitators from the Niger Delta region have officially begun a 5-week mandatory training as engineers on aircraft maintenance under the Presidential Amnesty Program. The PAP Interim Administrator, Major General Barry Ndiomo, retired, disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday. He added that the training would mark a significant milestone in their journey towards certification and rating as licensed professionals. The beneficiaries are part of the 75 pilots under the PAP Aviation Resuscitation Program for ex-agitators of the Niger Delta region. The first set of 20 aircraft maintenance engineers earlier graduated on October 31, 2023, the Punch reports. Ndiomo, while addressing the beneficiaries, noted that the flag of training for the second batch is another promise kept by his administration. Now, finally, on some sports news, Chelsea returned to the winning ways in the Premier League after a 4-1 victory over London neighbour Tottenham Hotspur on Monday. It was a memorable night for the visitors. Senegalese striker Nicolas Jackson, as he registered a hat-trick in the league. The Blues got to a fine start after 21-year-old Cole Palmer converted a penalty kick in the 35th minute. The home team became short of one man as Romero's challenge in the 6-yard box was rewarded with a red card. Right in added time, Jackson netted his second and third for the Blues in the 94th and 97 minutes, respectively. The visitors now make the first half of the league table as they skid in the 10th position. Tottenham Hotspur lost their first game in the league with tonight's heavy defeat on home soil. They remain 1 point behind table leaders Manchester City. Chelsea coach Mauricio Pochettino, who guided his former Chargers to the final of the Champions League in the 2018-2019 season before losing out to Liverpool, will have a good yet emotional night to remember. And on that note, we end the news at noon here on Leadership TV. For more news stories, log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.